introducing a new upscale sales team did a couple things. One, buyers today are really focused on meeting them where they buy, right? So when you meet the buyer where they buy, you're in a better position to bring in new hotels. But often buyers are very surprised about the breadth and diversity of our portfolio. So when you think about, call it 4,300 hotels in 100 different countries, and it's specifically an upscale, boutique, and luxury, we have over 500 hotels in that portfolio. So part of the strategy around launching this team is meeting the buyer where they buy, and ultimately just making them more aware, or maybe easier to discover us. So when we launched this team, we definitely did that. The idea of GBTA this week is to get out to more brands, more buyers. We kind of have our, call it decades-long core base, but we're really looking at that next group of corporations and people out there that are interested in upscale and above. So going to market that way, I think, is a really proven way of having success, making people think about BWH more than just kind of our core brands and things that they historically think about with Best Western and Roadside. We're so much more than that in the upscale and luxury segment. Consistency and unique experiences. So consistency, to me, if you look back, was kind of synonymous with, call it sameness, right? So travelers aren't always looking for cookie cutter, identical experiences in Chicago today that they had in Denver last week. So I think when you think about independent hotels or boutique hotels, like we have tons of them in our portfolio, they kind of meet that need of the traveler, right? They kind of, the crossroads of experience and then consistency within kind of big brand, call it security, corporate management that you want to find as a buyer, right? So you kind of take the need of the buyer, combine it with the needs of the traveler. And one brand I always think about in our portfolio is World Hotels. So World Hotels is a group of independent hotels. We acquired them in 2019. It's growing like crazy. We added 100 last year into our portfolio. We got another 40 in development this year. But if you think about that brand as a soft brand, it maintains its independence, right, as the look and feel and experience for the traveler, but has the backing of BWH hotels globally, right? So when you think about things like loyalty programs, websites, duty of care, and that unique thing that brands bring to travel buyers, you kind of get that crossroads of what we're talking about today of, yes, of course you need consistency, but really people are looking for experience, and we provide that really across our entire portfolio, specifically in this independent luxury boutique space. You know, successful programs when it comes to leisure, I think the ones we're seeing, and you guys actually provide some great research on this, that you tell us about 43% of managed programs today are actually taking in this blended travel program into consideration when they're setting up their programs. So we know it's becoming more and more important. It's actually becoming status quo. I think in general people think, is this a trend that might be going away? And it really isn't. I mean, this is how people are traveling today. So if I think about my experience this week in Chicago, I'm hitting a Cubs game. My wife is with me at GBTA. You know, we'll go to some great steakhouses when this thing is all over. So really extending your trip or seeing longer trips is something that I think buyers are starting to embrace. And the really good programs, I take a few things into consideration. One is you still have to have guardrails, right, within that program. You want people to stay within the booking tool, within the brands that you've selected. So those still exist around expense, around duty of care, around value. You know, those things are still happening in really successful programs that are taking into account blended travel. But they also look at trips, right? What's the whole value of the trip? And it's not always just the rate. You know, what's the satisfaction of the traveler? You know, they oftentimes get reviewed by the corporation on that number. So allowing travelers to have choice, and really, and the third thing, leaning into loyalty, I think is kind of checking the boxes on all those three things when you think about blended travel. So loyalty for us, I mean, we're leaning into loyalty in a big way this year. I know we've been talking about it since last year, but we're taking 2 rewards programs in Best Western Rewards and World Hotels, and we'll be combining them in October. So huge announcement coming at our convention this year in October around loyalty and the combination of those 2 programs. And it really is going to incorporate everything we've talked about today with upscale luxury, with us pushing up the chain scale and really providing loyalty options for our travelers, and really that next best guest, right? Those set of guests that we're really not getting after today. I mentioned next best corporations that are here at GBTA, but really that next best guest is something we're focused on with this huge refresh that we're launching in October, along with a new website and a new app. We're really excited about 2026. All right, let's see if I don't tip this over. All right. How has business travel helped you see your work, your clients, and your colleagues differently? I mean, I've been a road warrior for as long as I can remember, but of course the pandemic completely changed everything for us. So I think for me, I always think gratitude and appreciation is such a key to people's happiness, and I think if anything came positive out of those couple years, I have this gratitude for getting out, getting in front of people in person, getting off Zoom, getting off Teams, all these cool technologies that we developed over the years. But being in sales, I think the best deals happen in person. It's already been happening the first day and a half here. Looking forward to the next couple days. But yeah, I think it's been a part of my DNA. My life is, like we talked about bleisure earlier, allowed me to do a lot of those types of experiences all over the world. I mean, just this year, I did a work trip to Bangkok, built in some leisure time with my family. We went to Germany, we went to London, all over the US. So yeah, I think business travel in general, on the business side, has been fantastic to reconnect with people, especially at events like this. I think these events become more and more important as we come out of the pandemic. And then obviously on the leisure side or bleisure side, it's been fun for me to get back on the road, and probably half the year I'm on the road, and I'm really enjoying it again.